So the holidays are officially over at Universal, and we're kind of in this weird transitional period where the park is just normal. It's just normal Universal Studios Florida for about a month until it's time for Mardi Gras. So we came out today to check up on some of the Mardi Gras progress, see what's going on in the park, and just kind of enjoy a regular day at Universal.
What is this music? I feel like we're at a rave right now.
I'm pretty sure they have a new entrance loop, and I don't know how I feel about it. I think we're gonna stand here for a minute or two and see what we can hear. I don't know what this is from, but I was reading that they have a brand new entrance loop for 2025, so I hope they didn't get rid of like E.T. and Back to the Future and all that.
No, hopefully that still stayed, but I don't know what this is. Right now it doesn't sound like a rave, but when we were first walking up, it was very like techno-y.
So we just scanned into Universal Studios, and seeing that On Location, which is the place where you can check out your photos, is boarded up. So it looks like there's some work going on over here. Walking through Hollywood now, and it's definitely a little weird to not see everybody lined up for the parade. The last few times we were here, people were definitely grabbing parade spots right about now. And I think we're gonna pop in the Five and Dime, see if they have any new merch. Still seeing a lot of the same stuff over here in the front. They have a lot of the Creature from the Black Lagoon merch. They still have these jackets. These jackets are super cool. They're $120. And then there's a look at the back. There's Gilman on the back. It says, dragged into the water by a demon.
This is a back scratcher. I think you need this.
That is the most absurd thing I've ever seen. Look at that. Does it work good?
Yeah. That's actually hilarious.
Look at this. Unreal.
For $18.
You could bring home the creature's hand.
Yep.
You think this will go with the decor of our house?
That looks like something they would sell at like Trader Joe's. You know, like the skeletons with like the little things on the top of their head?
Yeah, like during Halloween.
Yeah.
Also wanted to point out that the Summer Tribute Store, which was located over at Williams of Hollywood, is now officially closed. So the store that had like E.T., Ghostbusters, all that stuff is closed. So my guess is this is where the Mardi Gras Tribute Store is gonna be, but we'll just have to wait and see. So we popped into the Tonight Shop because this is where you can pick up the new Annual Passholder lanyard, and I don't think I've ever been in this store before. Usually the pickup in the studio side is at the Five and Dime, but for some reason it's at the Tonight Shop. They have a million plushes of hashtag the Panda. They have a little ride vehicle from the Jimmy Fallon ride that this is the gift shop for. But yeah, I don't think I've really ever been here. Maybe just to like walk through to exit, but that's about it. They have some copies of Jimmy Fallon's books, Everything is Mama. Your baby's first word will be Dada. What do you think? You think that's going to be the case?
They say usually Dada's first, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
They have a baby book too, and look at this. They even have signed copies for $40. I feel like that's pretty good. You can get like a signed copy from Jimmy Fallon. How much are these normally? Like if they're not signed? $16.99. Hey, check this out. They even have a couple Roosevelts for sale in the gift shop. They have the Will Ferrell, More Cowbell. But then they have the Bears.
We got our new pass holder lanyards, and it's pretty cool because it has all of the parks. So Volcano Bay, Universal Studios.
Look at that.
Islands.
The White House.
And then Epic Universe.
Wow, look at that.
Which one more? And then the back is just kind of the same thing in different colors. It's a cool one.
That's cool. It's really awesome that they have Epic on there already.
I know.
That's our first like official piece of Epic merchandise. We haven't bought anything yet.
I know.
So this is the first thing we have.
We're holding out for like first day, like what is it called?
Like opening day merch.
Opening day merch, yeah. Because they do have merch over at the preview center, but we just haven't bought anything yet.
Over here by Music Plaza stage now, as Ride Rockit makes its way to the top of its drop. And that's the next thing we're going to talk about, because Ride Rockit is closing forever in September 2025 to make way for a brand new roller coaster that's going to be opening later on. And I have some thoughts on it. So I honestly am not a fan of Ride Rockit at all, and I feel like this is long overdue. It's an old coaster, it's kind of rickety, it hurts you a little bit when you go on it, especially when you've been on rides like Hagrid's and Velocicoaster. This one kind of hurts a bit. So I'm not sad to see it go, but I am excited to see what they put in its place, because it's supposed to be an Intamin roller coaster, and that's the same company that made Velocicoaster, and that is an awesome roller coaster. So very, very excited to see what they do here. We have no idea what it's going to be yet. There's a couple of like rumors that are floating around online. Could it be Ghostbusters? Could it be the Fast and the Furious roller coaster that they're building out in Hollywood? Are they going to bring something like that over here? We don't know. But either way, I'm excited to get a brand new attraction here at Universal, because I didn't think we were going to get anything new here for a little while with Epic Universe opening, because so much of their time and attention has gone towards Epic, and the fact that they've announced the closing date for Ride Rockit and already have things in the works as to what's going to be coming here next, it's pretty exciting. What do you think is going to come here and replace Rip Ride?
I honestly have no idea, but I feel like a Ghostbusters roller coaster would be so cool.
That would be cool.
And I feel like a lot of people would be like so excited for that.
Oh, forget it. I would wait an unlimited amount of time. And how cool would it be too if they keep the same format where it goes through the firehouse?
I know. That would be awesome. But this coaster, like Matt said, I am not a fan either. How many times have you heard about it getting stuck up there? Like going straight up, people have been stuck there for like hours. It's very rickety, gives you a headache after you get off of it. So I am definitely excited to see what's gonna come here.
So Ride Rockit opened in 2009. It certainly has had its time in the sun, no pun intended, as the sunset is behind it. But this has been around for a little while, so it's not like it's, you know, a brand new attraction and they're ripping it down. This has been here for over 15 years, and it's time for something new.
Mardi Gras is starting here at Universal Studios on February 1st, and while we're over here, right behind me is going to be the Mardi Gras concert series, and there is a really good lineup this year. I'm going to go through them, and then we're going to tell you our top 3 that we want to come to. So there's going to be T-Pain, Joe Jonas, Kool and the Gang, Juanes, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Scotty McCreery, Foster the People, Millennium, All Time Low, Lawrence, Coco Jones, DJ Pauly D, and TLC. Now, my top 3 must-haves, or must go-to concerts this year, definitely T-Pain, definitely DJ Pauly D, and I want to see TLC too, just because they're just like a throwback, and I love like R&B and all of that. And what is your top 3 that you want to come to?
For me, it's definitely going to be, in no particular order, T-Pain, Joe Jonas, and All Time Low. And every year they have like pretty decent acts, and they're like full-length concerts. They play for like at least an hour. We came to a couple of them last year. So if you're used to concerts over at like Epcot for like Food and Wine or anything like that, those are usually like 30-minute sets. These are substantially longer. And like I said, I mean, they got Joe friggin' Jonas coming this year. That's pretty big. And like we said, Mardi Gras starts on February 1st, but the first couple of food booths have already popped up. We're over here in New York across from the Transformers bar. We have this one right here. This one's got some antlers on top. It's like a blue like barn of sorts. There's no menus out yet, but there's definitely a couple of food booths out and about, so we'll show you those. Also over here in New York, on this little alleyway, next to Revenge of the Mummy, we have 2 more food booths. This one's themed to the Bienville City Jazz Music Hall. And then this one, it's kind of plain at the moment, but they'll definitely be adding more to this as the days and weeks go on. And Universal did put out a quick look at the map for Mardi Gras, showing where the food and drink locations, as well as where the parade route is going to be. And just like previous years, a lot of the booths are themed to different countries. So we have Canada, Colombia, Puerto Rico, Italy, for example. There's also going to be the Coca-Cola Market Square, Taste of the Quarter, Bites of the Bayou, and French Quarter Sips. And then Orlando Informer posted a first look at some of the food offerings and what they're going to have this year. Some things coming back, a couple of new things. But one thing about Mardi Gras is a lot of the food is generally really good. So I'm excited to come here and kind of have a foodie day once this kicks off on February 1st. One big update over here in New York is no more Christmas tree. Like we said, the holidays officially over at the parks. Although the Tribute Store facade is still open. I think the Tribute Store is actually closed, but they have a little bit of garland that's left on the top. But if you look around the buildings, all the garland that was over here in New York is gone. Now I know the next big holiday that's here at Universal is the Mardi Gras season, but there's been a couple of rumors floating around regarding HHN 2025. Now I'm gonna have a whole video coming out this week about my predictions for this year's HHN event in terms of like what IPs I think are gonna come and what I think we might see at this year's event. But a couple of things that came out in the past week or two since we kind of talked about it the last time was HHN 365 put out a couple of tweets and it had to do with Insider Legacy. Now, if you're in the HHN know, you know that Legacy is kind of a reputable source, and Legacy has said that it's rumored that we're going to have Terrifier at this year's event, and it's also rumored that a Wyatt Six house, which is from the WWE, they're like a stable or a faction, a group in the WWE, are going to have a house at this year's HHN event. And I have some thoughts on that. I'm going to save that for the video that's coming out this week. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do so you don't miss out on that video when it comes out. So directly across from the exit to Fast and the Furious and in front of Lombard's, there's another food booth right over here. So they are popping up.
You know it's cold in Florida when you get a hot butter beer.
It's in the 50s today.
Yeah, it's cold. But hot butter beer is one of my favorite versions of the butter beer, but I don't get it very often because it's always so hot in Florida. I think frozen is my number one, then the hot, and then just like the regular soda. Oh, and also the butter beer ice cream now. That is also one of my top favorites.
Definitely enjoying those post-holiday crowds as we're walking around. The wait times for a couple of things are decently long, but as you're walking around the park, it's really not too bad. So like Gringotts was a 45 minutes, Revenge of the Mummy was 55, but as we're kind of walking around, it's not that crowded. So you're able to kind of breathe as you're making your way around the park, which not something we could say for the last couple of months. And just outside of the Animal Actor stage, they have a little photo op over here for Dogman, which is the newest DreamWorks movie. Okay, so we found the attraction we're gonna do rider swap for. It's gonna be E.T. Adventure. The 35-minute standby wait, and we were just saying, I don't know why I'm so concerned about the standby wait times, because we have Express After 4 with our annual pass, which I completely forgot about. So we're gonna do E.T. Adventure, and we'll kind of fill you in on how rider swap works, just in case you need to use it when you come. Okay, so here is what you get. You go to the team member that's at the front of the attraction, you tell them you want to do child swap or rider swap, they give you this, and then you're able to just go right to the front of the line after the other person that's riding first goes. So Alex is going first, and I'm waiting outside with the baby, and then when she comes back, I will go in with this receipt. Right at the exit for ET, there's these doors over here for child swap. So you can bring the child inside, but our daughter's sleeping right now, so I'm just waiting outside with her. When it's time to actually do the rider swap, you kind of peel off into like a little dedicated room. One person rides, and then the next person, when that person is off the ride, they come, they get the child, and then the person that was waiting, so whether that was mom or dad or whoever was waiting for the first person to go, they basically go right into the loading area. So it's really, really quick, and I think most of the attractions have an indoor place, and then you just wait inside. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the case. So I came in like a little side entrance, and they're gonna get me right on.
They're getting away. Unit 3, cut them off! Hold it right there! Whoa! Whoa, watch it! They're getting away! Look, they're flying!
E.T. Go to Tickly.
Tickly. Ouch. Welcome home. Org dog.
Welcome home. You are
Mad dog.
You have saved our planet! Come, celebrate with us!
so I am off of ET now. Obviously, that was the easiest thing of all time. Now, I spoke to a team member. You can't bring strollers through the queue. At least on this ride, I'm assuming all rides are the same. So you can't bring the stroller in, but the rest of your party can walk the queue with you, and then you could tell them when you get to the load zone you want to do rider swap. So pretty easy process. And then even when I went back in, I went through like that back door that I showed you. They directed me where to go. I didn't even go through the fast pass line. I didn't go through standby. I had my own dedicated entrance that's specifically for child swap, and you go right up to the front of the load zone. So it is the super easiest thing that you can do, and I'm looking forward to utilizing this more while we're here with her because it's so easy. And especially after 4 o'clock when we have Express, like Alex or I, whoever goes first, goes through Express, the next person is going through like an even shorter wait than Express is. So good job Universal to make rider swap very, very easy. All right, we are out of Universal Studios, but before we go home, we're gonna pop in the Epic Universe Preview Center, see if there's anything new. We're by the Dark Universe section, which is for the Universal Monsters. They have this t-shirt, which I haven't seen just yet. This is $33. They also have this pretty sweet hoodie. Look at the lightning bolt going over the shoulder right there. Then it says Dark Universe, and it even glows in the dark. Over in the Super Nintendo section for $39, they have the Mario and Luigi hats. And these were really popular when it opened in Japan and in California. So they have them here if you want to get them before opening day. They also have these new Mario and Luigi tumblers. These are $32 each. Looks like there's a couple of new things for How to Train Your Dragon too. They have this t-shirt over here, a couple of baseball hats. And before we head back to the car, just came up to the second level of City Walk to get a look at some of the construction progress on the Universal Studios Store expansion. This is going to be a Harry Potter and Super Nintendo World expansion. And we don't know when this is going to open just yet, or if they did say, I totally missed it, but they're moving right along. Can't see inside. They've blacked out all of the windows and everything. They're moving along. It'll be here soon. All right, that's going to do it for our quick little visit out here to Universal. Just wanted to see what was going on in between Christmas and Mardi Gras. We got some food booths. We checked out a little bit of merchandise. Did rider swap for the first time.
Yeah.
I feel like between Disney and Universal,
tops it.
I think Universal has a better system, but
Yeah.
we're like becoming pros.
Yeah.
at this rider swap thing.
And I can't wait to come back for the Mardi Gras concert series. There's
Yep.
going to be some good people this year I can't wait to see, so that'll be fun. And I love the Mardi Gras like food offerings
Oh yeah,
too. So.
yeah. Mardi Gras is a great time. Honestly, other than Halloween Horror Nights, I think it's my favorite time of the year at Universal.
Wow,
Just
yeah.
a party. It's fun
really
times.
fun. It is fun.
So if you guys enjoyed coming along with us today, make sure you give the video a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel down below so you don't miss out on our Mardi Gras videos and our Epic Universe videos and everything that's to come this year. It's going to be a big year for Universal, and we're excited to experience all of it. So with that being said, we'll see you guys real soon.